Okay, let's talk about When You Travel Tiger, chapter 22 through 24. So, the first question was about the conflicting personalities trapped inside Lily's body. So, Lily first starts out as this shy girl who's a little bit timid and then a little bit reserved. She mostly kept to herself, didn't really talk to others that much, and didn't really express herself. But as the novel progresses, she voices her opinions more aggressively. She becomes more independent and she becomes more energized and she becomes more aggressive in taking care of the problems. So it shows us that a person can be shy and invisible sometimes, but at the same time brave and fierce. So having different traits to one person is just natural and can be really useful in life situations. So if you choose to be quiet when you first meet somebody or when you're in a new setting or environment, that helps you sort of observe quietly and then think more deeply. And on the other hand, when you are brave and more active, you can take an action at critical moments when the courage is definitely necessary when you're challenged. So I guess people cannot be the same every day and they adapt to the situations, they cope with the situations. So while doing so, different sides in them are drawn out and deal with the situations and challenges. So let's say if somebody's always quick to make decisions and always so aggressive, then that person might make mistakes, right? What if somebody is always quiet and then so reserved and shy? Then these people might miss great opportunities to express themselves. Yeah, so I think it's wrong for us to label somebody as like this way or that way. Oh, she's shy. Oh, she studies all the time. Oh, she's very outgoing because every person has different sides and different personalities and different colors in them. So we have to recognize um, that we have to accept them as they are rather than labeling them and rather than putting a stereotype on them. But at the same time, while recognizing this diversity in one person, it's important to maintain some level of consistency because people who are consistent, they are trusted by people. Let's say there is a friend of yours who's very nice and kind one day, and the next day, all of a sudden, so mean and grumpy, like we wouldn't that kind of diversity, right? So it's good to have a balance. So bring out the diversity that is inside you to deal with the challenges and problems that you have, but try to be nice and gentle to other people. In that respect, we have to be consistent. So let's be flexible and adaptable in solving our problems, but also let's be consistent in treating other people, right? Let's talk about the symbolic meaning of the rice cakes because it keeps occurring throughout the novel. So rice cakes definitely represent family and tradition because when you make the rice cake, you make it with your family. So Lily has the memory of making the rice cake with grandma, and right now grandma is sick, so she is making it with Ricky. So making the rice cake involves being together and doing things together, the importance of being together with your family and your friends. Also, it represents the heritage and lineage and their connection to their Korean culture, where you came from, your history and roots. So it's very important for us to remember our history and our roots, no matter where we are, um, because that is part of our identity, and we need to feel proud of it. Also, homemade food is a way for people to show love to their loved ones. So when grandma made the rice cakes, it was not just about feeding her family, but it was her way of showing the love. So the rice cake definitely symbolizes love and nurturing. Yeah. Lastly, rice cakes can represent and symbolize stories and memories because the rice cakes are tied to the past. So when grandma first came to the US, she survived by selling your rice cakes, right? So it brings back all the memories related to it. So when you bite the rice cake, all kinds of memories related to it come back to you vividly. So I guess you guys all have that kind of like one food that reminds of your childhood. Like when you were little, your mom made this, and then whenever you eat that food, all the memories that are tied to it bring are brought back. So rice cakes could mean these many different things. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you.